Welcome back to You've Made a Mobile App. Now what? We're going to talk about community reactions, about getting rated, about getting seen so that your app will be reached into more and more people's hands. So let's get started. So the first section that we want to talk about is getting rated and how it's important that you get rated so that you get seen. Third-party ratings are critical to the success of any business these days, as well as your mobile app and getting more and more downloads. People will turn to the internet and actually take a rating off of strangers before they will take the word of the business itself. So it's very, very powerful to get good ratings and to get them strategically located. So let's start talking about different areas where you can get reviews. You can ask your people to review you on Google, and you can ask for Yelp reviews. Google is actually very important here because when you do get a Google review, it does help you move up in the ratings in the search engines. So that's really important. But what you want to do is not just stop with your clients. You actually want to step out of the box a little bit and turn to the World Wide Web. So we can do some searches here. We've done some here today that I'm going to go over with you so that you can find different sites and different ways to get rated. So let's start to think out of the box just a little bit. Let's take a look at some different areas. Let's take a look at app review websites, and we're going to look at blogging and publications. We're going to look at YouTube channels, and we're going to look at different discovery app channels that we can take a look at. And these are all really important that you find the one that's right in your niche. So the sites that we've taken a look at and that we're offering as suggestions here are just that. They are strictly suggestions for you to take a look, kind of think out of the box a little bit. And not all of these will fit every single one of your app needs because every app is just a little bit different. So we're going to touch on those that do just Android and just Apple, and those that are for business apps, gaming apps, etc. So you can just pick out the ones that are going to fit your needs. So let's start with different app review sites. One of those that we looked at was 148 Apps. And this one, so everybody knows, is strictly a gaming app on iPhone and iPod and iPad apps area. They don't review any other ones, and they're strictly for a gaming app. But if that's your area, this is definitely one that you want to take a look at because it's really important to get that third-party review, especially when it is a gaming app. Then the next one we took a look at is called AppStorm. And they rate all different platforms, so you don't have to worry about that. And they do a wide variety where it's booking apps, reservation apps, business apps, and they actually break theirs down into different categories. So when people come to their site, they know exactly what they're looking for and they can see where they're at. So if you've got a feature in your app that is a booking, reservation, or business app, you want to point that out to them when you reach out to AppStorm so that they know exactly which category, and your app might actually fit into more than one category if you've got features as such that it covers all different areas. And the last one of the websites we looked at is called App Shopper. Now this is really a unique site where they do rate you, but more so the people can download it right there from that site. It is a subscription site, so it has a membership, but you can either download a free app or one that is purchased right from there, and they review them and you can see exactly what the different categories are. They are covering everything from a gaming app to a service app to a business app to apps that are just tools in the business. So if you've got something along those lines, you definitely want to check out the App Shopper. And then let's move on to blogs and publications. What's unique about blogs, it's people are just really writing an in-depth review about your app, or they may be mentioning it in a blog or a publication based on the different types of apps that they're talking about. So you might get grouped into other people's audiences again, which, as we have talked about before, is really critical when you are trying to expand your business. So when we're taking a look at blogs and publications, you want to find those that are right for your audience. One that we looked at is TechCrunch. TechCrunch is really interesting because it works with not just techies, but even non-techies. And it is just a super boost for your app, especially if you are a startup within the tech world, because they really, really like to take a look at the startups and see which ones do stand out of the box. So TechCrunch does give a third-party opinion of your app, and they take care of all different types of apps, and they really try to show those that deliver some unique value. Next one we looked at is Mashable. Mashable is another good one where you can get in front of a massive audience. It covers a wide variety of app genres, whether it's tech, science, entertainment, all kinds of different stuff. But what they want at Mashable is to hear your story. They want you to actually write up your story when you submit the app to them, to not only tell them what the app is about, but why it came about. What is your story behind your app? And they like that because then once they do their editorial feature on you, they will add in those types of things. So if you want to really tailor it to hit your specific audience, you want to write a real good caption before you do submit the app to them. And the last one we looked at in this category is GigaOM. And they work with a variety of IT platforms. Now, they have over 500,000 subscribers, so you are bound to find your audience in that diverse group. And they are very, very selective on the apps that they will submit and that they will actually rate and review. So you really need to stand out with what you do. So when you're going to submit to them, tell them how you're different. Why are you different than one of the other 1 million apps that are on the app stores today? And let's not forget about YouTube channels. Sometimes people kind of overlook YouTube, but yet when you think about it, whenever you want to do something, what do? You turn to a YouTube channel. So YouTube ratings are kind of nice because a lot of times they will do a video showcasing your app and be able to give you a user's perspective. So you'll be able to really reach out to some people. And we looked at 3 really good ones. One is Crazy Mike's app. Now he's actually one of the #1 app rating review channels out there. He only does Apple, but don't let that stop you, because even people who only do Apple, other people will still watch it. They'll kind of miss that part and they'll still go to the Android store or vice versa to see if your app happens to be out there. He does a lot of gaming and entertainment apps, business apps, kids apps, any kind of apps, fun ones, stupid ones, crazy ones. He just does it all. And he enjoys to show these apps out there. He makes it very entertaining. His videos aren't overly long, just a few minutes, so the attention is there. And then he will actually rate your app and give his opinion as he's going through the app itself. The next site we looked at is Wise Matthew. And Wise Matthew, he's just a guy who has a YouTube channel and an Android phone. Those are the only ones that he does. But when he does do his subjects on these, he actually goes through the app, kind of gives his opinion, kind of gives what other people are talking about. And what's nice about any of these YouTube channels is people can leave comments underneath there and actually engage in conversation. And the last one that we looked at is called AppFind. Now, what's nice about the AppFind, it's for mobile games and apps reviews, and also technology, tutorials, giveaways, all different kinds of stuff in those lines. They do a video every week, and they do it both Android as well as Apple, so they're one to really look at. Now, when you do the YouTube channels, as well as with the blogs and publications, what's nice about this is you can share that content on your website, in your Facebook group. You can share it whenever you're talking with people. Socially, you can share it. And what's nice is that you've now gotten a third opinion, you've gotten a third review, third party, I mean, and they are actually showcasing your app for you. So YouTube channel can be very, very, very powerful. And then the last area we looked at is just called App Discovery. And there's a number of sites out there. One is called Product Hunt. And this is a tech product review. It's actually a website, but they look for the best platforms to showcase. And they're really tech enthusiasts. They love tech. But now, before you submit your app to Product Hunt, you want to read about the best practices of what to do to help them showcase your different apps and using their algorithms. Product Hunt is really designed for a startup somebody who's entering the market or re-entering the market. If your app has been around for a while, but now you're trying to get some new traction to it, Product Hunt is definitely one you want to take a look at. The other one along those same lines is Beta List, and as their name talks about, Beta List is for a beta testing area. This is really a good site if you want to just put your app out there, test it, see what people think of it, then go back, make some changes, have it resubmitted, and see how the reviews have helped out. So it's really great for a startup. And the last one is called the Startup Pitch. The Startup Pitch is an actual online website where you can submit your app or your app concept to be featured. And what's nice about that is you're kind of beta testing like you were at the Beta List, but this is one that you can find out who your target is and how to best market it. So these app discoveries are really designed for people who just have an idea, are ready to go ahead and take their video or their app to the next level, so that people can find out what they're all about and to just get rated by that third party. That concludes our section on getting rated, so please go on to the next section, which is getting users to share.